Let's see what the community think about his identity. That is when we come to the famous episode. And Jesus went out and his disciples into the town of Caesarea Philippi, and by the way he asked his disciples, saying unto them, Whom do men say that I am? Now you understand the context where it is coming from. Progressively, people are going to know. Right now, they are scratching their heads. So he's asking them, Who do men say that I am? Saying unto them, Whom do men say that I am? And they answered, John the Baptist. Some say Elijah. Some say Jeremiah. That is, Matthew and Luke say that. One of the prophets. This is what people think about it. They're not thinking that he is the Son of God or Mashiach, as we have made the book to say. And he said unto them, But whom say ye that I am? And it's only Peter who answered. And Peter answered and said unto him, Thou art the Christ. And he charged them that they should tell no man of him. Here, you don't hear the phrase, you are Petros, and because you spoke in this Petra, you are Petra because you spoke in this. No, you are Petros because you spoke in this Petra. I will build my ecclesia. You don't have this in the book of Mark. Here, the moment that Peter says that you are Mashiach, he doesn't even say that flesh and blood did not reveal this to you. The other gospels that come later say that. So here, Peter says that thou art the Christ. And then he charges them that they should not tell no one of him. Why would he say that here in the book of Mark? Maybe he was not the Messiah people expected. Maybe. I've explained that back then they were looking for a Messiah, an anointed, somebody who would overthrow the kingdom of Rome, the Romans, and then sit on the throne of David as a king. So it was supposed to be a political figure, a figure of grandeur, somebody who would come and fight wars for them so that they can take back the throne of David. But maybe, like I said, maybe he was not the Messiah people expected. That he's not the great and powerful figure who will overthrow his enemies. Okay. So after he made this statement, then he begins to talk about his death. And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things and be rejected of the elders and of the chief priests and scribes and be killed, and after 3 days be risen again. And he spake that saying openly. So this is what he's saying is going to happen to Mashiach, or the Son of Man. But Peter has a different idea of Mashiach. And Peter took him and began to rebuke him. But when he had turned about and looked on his disciples, he rebuked Peter, saying, Get thee behind me, Satan, for thou severest not the things that be of God, but the things that be of men. So what Mark, the author, is portraying here in the Gospel of Mark, Jesus is the Messiah, but he's the Messiah who has to suffer, even if no one else recognizes it. The disciples did not recognize that. From this point on in the book of Mark, from this point on in the narrative, he regularly predicts that he needs to suffer and die, but the disciples demonstrate their complete inability to understand. Mark 9:31, For he taught his disciples and said unto them, The Son of Man is delivered into the hands of men, and they shall kill him, and after that he is killed, he shall rise the third day. But they understand not that saying, and were afraid to ask him. Why are they not understanding it? They should. This is when they should be saying, Amen. You are the Messiah that we're looking for. We've been waiting for. because our Tanakh, our Torah says that he's supposed to suffer and die, but they did not have that concept. They were scratching their head, trying to understand. But the author is writing the narrative to portray that people did not understand. Gradually, they will come to that understanding. They don't understand that Yesu is not going to overthrow the Romans. He's going to be crushed by them. Mind-boggling.